Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Here, another day of astro-gravitational report for you. I want to say thank you guys for coming in, for the clicks, the likes, the shares, the subscribes. Particularly, I want to say thank you guys for donating to the Buy Me a Coffee and sponsoring the channel here and getting the energy back a return. Much appreciated. And what is going on? Look at it too much into the energy. I actually give you a kind of like a warning in the past two reports. But we are going to have today particular situations because the moon it's entering into Libra. That is going to be, the moon is going to be a very beautiful part of the deep transformations, but the transformations through problems, through issues, through situations. This is going to be mostly is going to be basic out of a personal situations in you. That's going to be Chiron opposing the moon. We're going to see some Jupiter squaring the moon, and also the moon. It's going to beginning to squaring Mercury. This is pretty much how the energy is going to be affecting. But with that being said, be very mindful what you're telling to yourself first, because that telling to yourself is going to be projecting to talk with others, particularly within relationships. Okay, what are the relationships? You need to understand that the relationship first, the conflict is what? Verbal. And the moon squaring Mercury, and of course squaring Jupiter, and opposing Chiron is going to bring everything from unhealed wounds that is coming personally, things that it hasn't been in the family, and things out into what? Into the work. So as this energy that is going to be a very kind of like tough, is going to be, the day is going to be starting a little bit tough with that kind of like a warning. Be mindful particularly of energies at work, your relationships affecting the business relationships, the things that you do, the things that you work. And at the same time, you need to understand that your relationship is also has to what? Do something, work something, and be in that case. So with that being said that, hi Jonathan, glad to see you here. With that being said that, early in the morning, if you watch yesterday's report, the moon is going to be opposing still Saturn and Neptune, and she's going to be squaring the ascendant at Capricorn to tell you and to warn you basically, because the ascendant is the event horizon, the things that are coming towards us. Basically the ascendant, if you put yourself in there, the ascendant is a right, whereas if you're looking straight, that is where you are seeing the things. Look at it down below, the event horizon, the very down below. This is the home. This is where everything enters your body. Your body is the vessel. The body is the home of the spirit, of the soul. Now, if you put it right in here on the top of you, that is where the midheaven is. That is where you're processing the inner work in there. But you are processing everything from behind within your brain. That's where you're processing everything that comes into the relationships. So, with that being said, in there, the moon is going to be right in here at 7 o'clock in the morning. You're going to be seeing that the Capricorn's energies right in your face, while everything that is going to be here, this is going to be a Saturn and Neptune, right? And right in here a little bit is going to be some Jupiter. So with that being said, be very mindful of the thoughts, be very mindful of the things, because the moon is into relationships. All right. At 8 o'clock, that energy is going to begin to start, because at 8 o'clock, the moon is going to starting to squaring, it's going to be squaring Mercury. That is going to coming out. Be mindful about communications at work. Okay. Don't say he hasn't been warned. You've been warned very early in the morning, and you're going to see like, oh my God, something's going on. in there. And as the moon is still opposing Saturn and Neptune, that is a lack of support. This is a karmic situations in there, and this is going to be start triggering a lot of stuff. Plus, the ascendant is opposing Jupiter, putting in that energy into the perspective. The moon is going to be looking to certain changes, which is to Uranus, and is going to be looking to Pluto. Certain things has to be changed. Don't try to change your partner. Don't try to change others. Go and take a look at it. Why you do not change things. Should have done that 2 days ago when the moon was in the mid of Virgo. Hopefully you listened to that report, and hopefully this can help you out. Okay, all right. Going on forward, we are going to see in the next hour. This is going to be some more synchronized energy. That's going to be a synchronized energies with Pluto. That is going to be the moment when the ascendant in Pluto, which you see here, in there, is going to be coming into the event horizon. The things that needs to be changed. What are you going to change? You're going to change the job for relationship. You're going to change relationships for the job. You're going to be looking at in all these directions. You're going to be looking through all the visions and all the illusions. What is the positive? What is the negative? What is that everything has to be coming in with it? But with this, you got to be very careful, because when Mercury squares the moon, this is where your emotions are what? Intense, right? Because this is a communications and intuition. Usually you say things that you're going to be feel sorry about it with this. So that energy is going to be start increasing, because the moon is beginning her journey towards that area to increase over the day. All right, the next hour, this is going to be at 10 o'clock. The ascendant is going to be at Pisces. You're going to be looking more to a spirit, but that spiritual energy is going to be square the both Liliths. And now those both Liliths in there, which is the one is actually is going back into towards Scorpio. The other one, it is actually moving forward in Sagittarius. So you're going to be see that certain things has not been done. You know, whatever is presented to you as an information is not the full picture. You're trying to figure it out what? Trying to figure out the full picture. So with this understanding of full picture, of course, in the next hour, this is going to be at 11 o'clock. Very pay attention to this 11 o'clock in there, because the inner work is going to be where the ascendant was at 7 o'clock in the morning. That is at the time where you basically got that warning in there. And now we have the ascendant is in Aries. Another warning that it comes in, because the ascendant is going to beginning to opposing the moon. So now my personal ways as they coming in up here to it, where you see as an event horizon, is going to be affecting your relationship processes inside of it within you. And that is going to be squaring, which is here. And that's going to be squaring the work that you're going to do. This is going to be some very intense energy for those of you who wants to see it. How does it look in the graphic in astrology? That's how it goes. Here is your eyes. Here is the process of the energy of the moon. Here it's the work that needs to be done. How it gets hotter. All right. So here is in the next hour, and here I want to be showing it to you. Here is the moon that it's Mercury, right? But this energy starts getting closer and closer towards Mars. So from broken down communications, there's going to be a broken down actions. There's going to be a broken down will. Then it's going to be broken down emotions about values in there. And money and value in Scorpio, it is about what? Money, business, and so on and so on. So trying to getting into this energy, don't put it into the love, okay? Particularly for the people who loves the money, who loves this. Do you love your job is the question. And did the love towards your job brings the love into the family? It's going to be one of the biggest lessons that is going to be learned about it. So, with that being said, that energy of that work of 12 o'clock is going to be show you what we are going to be dealing with. The thing is not yet that much hotter or not that much red in there. So with this energy, we're going to see that in the next hour, the inner work is going to be connecting with Pluto, who's going to be remind you again, guys, go and change, go and transform. And with this energy, particularly that ascendant is going to be with Uranus in there, the certain changes is going to be in order. What are you going to change? Some of the people, they're going to be like, you know what, I had enough of this job. Some of the people is going to be, I have enough with the relationship. Some of the people is going to be, I had enough with things. Wow, the real energy is going to be like, you know what, I had enough of what, the way I'm thinking, the way I'm processing things. I need to change. I need to transform. And this is going to be the real power of the test today, because Pluto is going to give you all the synchronicity for you to change in a positive, beautiful way. All right. And in the next hour, this is going to be at 2 o'clock. The things is going to be like in between. Okay. The ascendant is going to be at Gemini. That is a lot of dualities in there. We're going to see some that ascendant is going to be comes in. It says like, you know what, take a look the positive and the negative before you do anything out of the norms. So with this energy, particularly under pressure, because we're seeing it that right now Venus is exactly opposite Jupiter. The Sun is pretty much there, so it's Mars. That is opposing Jupiter, who is retrograde in the family. Basically, he's going to be tell us, make the mistakes to learn what you need to fix. But can you understand that you already made that mistake probably in the past? Have you processed these energies that are coming in the past? And this is going to be coming from the moon. The moon is already met the south node. Okay? That was happened about 2 days ago. And when the moon went to the south node, it's warning you, do not repeat the past. And now you're getting your test. Your test about how you are going to be evolving under pressure. Particularly about how's your relationship with others, because that's what the moon is. All right, pressure is going to be coming in, but the inner work is going to be balancing yourself within the soul. How do we know this? Okay. So here is the pressure. That is the ascendant. It's putting all this pressure here to the Sun, to the Mars, to Venus, to Mercury, right? And here it is Chiron, unhealed wounds. That all comes in and triggers everything. As the moon, it's continued to putting more pressures into Mercury. But pretty soon she's going to be starting putting pressures into the actions. Now, the inner work that it's here, which is the midheaven, is acting as a balance to find the conflict. So you need to use your soul in your spirituality that it's in Pisces, so you can see that what you is the right thing for you as an actions from soul. See, when you making actions of soul, you're never wrong. Do you know why? Because there is nobody can judge you. You're not making it from the ego that is going to be guilt tripping. Saturn is not going to be guilt tripping you because you made it from the soul. And this is one of the things that hopefully we learned, and hopefully we are practicing. Well, that practicing is going to be shows up for people who has been done it. Very, very synchronized energy. We're going to see some of this energy later on. I spoke about that yesterday, but here it's the inner work of the new beginning. Everything is synchronized. As you see it, is not that much red, right? But it's giving you what? The guidelines. The guidelines that in the end, what you're going to make it is at the end of Cancer. That is it about the family you're going to be creating. The family, the things there was. And all this energy is working very well with Uranus. All this energy is working very well with Saturn and Neptune. But that energy is also working with who? With Pluto. So This energies is comes in to show you that you have to take it the right road, because when you create it yourself better, you're going to create the proper family. The proper family shows what? The proper relationship. The proper relationship shows them the proper work, right? Cardinal changes, cardinal signs. Okay. All right. Well, this is going to be coming in towards you. We're going to see some the energy that is going to be at 6 o'clock in there, the unhealed wounds, and that is going to be the time when it's like, well, but what is about this? What is about that? What is about the? I don't feel good. I feel abandoned. I feel this. I feel that. Right? Chiron and Aries. It is about healing the codependency, the abandonment. So this energy is going to be very active, very high with this, because the inner work is going to be right there with Chiron. That's how it look like. Okay. You see this red triangle that it's getting more and more redder. And we spoke about this, that this is going to be sometimes for a lots of healing, a lot of growth, a lot of review of personalities, belief systems, wounds, traumas, dramas, and everything that it's all related. And how do we perceive this? Through the family patterns, because those family patterns, they develop our will, our personality. We're going to see some also the energy at the next hour. That is going to be the midheaven. That's going to be a squaring Pluto. Because the material things, it doesn't matter. You may going to have some millions, gazillions, billions. If you're not happy within you, you're not happy within the family, but you're happy with tons of money. Okay, you can be happy with tons of money, but what is the big deal? You know, you're going to die, and at some point, you cannot even take a single penny up in the heavens with you. So it is what it is, right? And now, with that warning, the moon that is at Libra, it shows up the 150 degrees towards the inner work. Are you happy? You may not going to make all the money in the world, but are you happy with the money that you make in order to make the relationship happy? That's what it is. Have you have enough? And how much is enough for you, right? So these divine energies, they're going to be coming in from the inner work and Pluto, and they are going to be very specific for certain people who are in that balance between where is my spirituality and where is my material world, right? What is the innovations of this? Because Pluto is the innovator at Aquarius right now, okay? Because the people who are going to be born with this Pluto in Aquarius, they are going to be very innovative, and they're not going to be joking. When it comes to innovations, you better not stand in against their way. Wish you good luck on that. All right, 8 o'clock, the inner work, it still is going to be at Taurus. That material understanding in there within you is going to be helping you, because it's going to be helping to resolve the situations between Jupiter and the Sun, the Venus, Mars in there. The Moon is already at 10 degrees in there, and she is already putting just little bit things of the communications going even more intense, because Mercury is at 12 degrees. So there is only 2 degrees of this kind of like a right? Because later on we're going to see it in your screens. I mean, here is at the moon. It is squaring on here Mercury at this time, right? Mercury is at 12 degrees. The moon is at 10 degrees. But she's in divine energies with the North Node. She's talking about the future. It's the right thing. What is it the future of the relationship is going to be coming in? So as we are going on, at 9 o'clock, we're going to find a reminder about the past. That is going to be when the event horizon is going to be matching with the ascendant in there. The inner work is going to be about the communications. It's going to be at Gemini. Now this energy is going to be squaring the nodes, which is like, don't skip it. Go through it, but don't skip it. Now that energy of the inner work is going to be a very good trine with the moon, very beautiful synchronizations, very beautiful synchronizations with who? With Pluto. Okay, and now as that energy is beginning to coming in towards us, revaluations of the past is really in order. All right, 10 o'clock. We're gonna see some that the intuition is gonna be seeing the things that needs to be corrected. We're going to know about this because vertex, it is right now together with the North Node, with the destiny. It's opened the door of you to have a glimpse into the future. That is the same thing as if you ever watched Lord of the Rings, when she was walking, I mean, within the path with all the elves, and she looked at it through the forest, and she got this glimpse that she's going to have a nice, beautiful baby boy with Aragon. So she came back to her father and says, "Why did you not tell me there is also as a future in there?" That's what the energy is going to be. For some of the people, that's what it's going to be. They're going to be very strong, very powerful, because there is only two aspects for the moon. That one aspect is that's going to be a square of these communications, and it's how the moon is going to be feeling like. Why did you not tell me? Lack of communications. There is that green light with the North Node and vertex, right? Vertex is going to be opened, that energy for the glimpse of the future. I'm going to be posting the clip underneath so you guys can see what I was talking about. Here is that energy at 11 o'clock where the moon is going to beginning to start squaring Mars. You're going in the bed with that energy. You're going to be waking up tomorrow with that energy. That energy is going to be about intense actions. Oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm going to. That's not a good proper energy. If you feel that energy, you have not learned a lot of the things that you need to learn by now. You to go ahead, go through the hard times, go through the hard energies in a base of you to change and to evolve. You're not going to be changing when things are good. You're going to be changing when things are bad. Okay? Same thing like that saying, the diamonds are not built by just sitting and being a graphite. It requires a lot of pressure to create a diamond. Can you imagine you're the diamond? So this is going to be the energy of the day. And here we are seeing it, that the moon is beginning to square Mars. You see how hot it starts getting here? Yes, it is. It's hot. And for some people, that hotness is going to be even more because this is going to be at midnight. Okay? And that's what we are saying. You have to be very careful about this energy because this energy is beginning of Chiron. That is looking at you at areas at the seventh house, what I do at my relationship, why I have not healed them. That energy is going to be coming to the inner work of the family patterns. That family patterns is coming into what I see about the relationship, and that energy is going to be related. What did I do? And it's all personal growth. Okay? This is going to be exactly at midnight. So with this being said, I'm going to be giving you the energy of tomorrow, okay, the 10th of January, how the 7 o'clock is going to be looking like. We're going to see some similarity with the energies that it's going to be coming in right now towards us. As you see it, the moon, right? It's putting pressure in the communications and actions and beginning to square the sun. This energy is going to be some very, very much active. And at 8 o'clock, we are going to see how the things can be very interesting. Are you going to take the proper ways and resolve everything? Or are you going to be creating things, a war within the family, with you and parents. So we got to be very mindful. But with this, we're going to be talking more about it tomorrow. Okay, guys? I want to wish you to all of us a good luck with everything. I want to wish everything to be okay. And hopefully you evolve enough to overcome the upcoming challenges. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate for the clicks, the likes, the shares, the support. And come back tomorrow for another astrogravitational report. Much love, guys.